up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are having a wonderful Tuesday, April 29th. It is a very nice, beautiful, sunny day out. So if you've been Nerfing for a while, or you've just been a hobby, or just a casual, you'll know that Nerf has made tons of successful and unsuccessful Nerf lines. And one of them was Nerf Rival. Nerf Rival was geared for older audiences and had tons of awesome blasters. It really took Hasbro some time to get a lot of really good Rival blasters, but when they did, holy crap, the Rival line was awesome. So many super cool and unique blasters, a lot of full auto high capacity stuff. It was just really amazing. Nice, squishy, kind of a golf ball texture type dimpling, and these are hyper rounds. They are a lot more dense, less squishier, and these are made of rubber, while these are made of foam. You can fit way more hyper rounds in basically the same size blaster as you would with Rival rounds. Say with the Nerf Rival Percy's that held 50 rounds, the Mach 100, it's a bit bigger, but it holds twice the amount of ammo. Same with the Rush 40, the Nerf Rival Kronos only holds 5 rounds. The Rush 40, basically the same size, plus a handguard, 40 rounds. That is OP, and I still think that is a massive game changer still to this day. But today, we're not going to be taking a look at any of those blasters. We're going to be taking a look at the middle child of the initial Nerf Hyper launch. The one with the most mid-ergonomics, mid-capacity, mid-performance, and that is the Nerf Hyper Siege 50. What is the Nerf Hyper Siege 50? Well, it is a pump-action 50-round hopper fed that, on paper, looks really good. The Nerf Hyper line looked way better than Nerf Rival could ever be. But it had a lot of problems, which I am going to discuss in a Nerf Rival versus Hyper video coming out next month in May, so stay tuned for that. This is a Amazon exclusive version of the Hyper Siege 50. This is the exact same blaster as the original, just in a different paint scheme, and it looks way better. Would I recommend it? Do I personally like it? Do I think it's good 3 years later? Well, let's find out. Of course, starting off with the ergonomics of the Nerf Hyper Siege 50. The grip is absolutely amazing. This thing is a shotgun aesthetic blaster, so the grip is a bit more slanted back, but it is very nice and comfortable, and it really gets the job done. There are some details here and it looks really awesome, but those details don't really make it uncomfortable. There's not really any jutting inserts that's hurting your hand or anything like that. You do have these kind of fake carbon fiber inserts, and it feels very nice. It's just an overall really solid grip. Same goes for the pump grip itself. The pump grip is very nice and comfortable. I think it might be a bit too small, but it still gets the job done. It is super duper nice. It's not the most rounded thing ever. You still have the fake carbon fiber feeling, and it's just very nice. The main grip and the pump grip were done really well on this thing. As you can tell, obviously, this blaster does not have a stock attachment point or a barrel attachment point, but it does have 2 tactical rails, one up here and one on the bottom here. So if you want to put your scopes, optics, flashlights, accessories, whatever you want to, you totally can. How is the design of the Nerf Hyper Siege 50? This doesn't just go for the Siege 50, this goes for all of the Hyper blasters, especially the initial 3 launch ones. Holy crap, these are some of the best designs Nerf has ever made. They look absolutely awesome. Sweat back, super nice looking. The lines, the cutouts, the shell itself, the decals, it just looks awesome. You even got the Nerf Hyper logo painted on both sides, just everything. They really took the time and effort with these designs and the shells, and I absolutely love them. How is the smoothness of operation and the functionality of the blaster? Well, first off, let's get to the trigger. Very nice. Not really a whole lot to mention there, but it is super nice and smooth, and I really like it. Opening up the hopper, well, there's just this lid you open up and close. It's nice and smooth, and when you close it, you have a very nice confirming click to let you know that it's fully closed. You do have a safety. This is not ambidextrous, but the safety is on the left side. Put the safety in the down position, you prime it, can't pull the trigger, won't fire, and then pull the safety up, and you can fire. This is also not ambidextrous, but on the left side you have a release to override the lock. So say if you have a jammer malfunction, prime that once, and then say if you have a jammer malfunction, pull this down, and you can prime it again. I'm gonna see if I can shotgun it. That was decent, not too bad though. I have incredibly low vision, as y'all know, so gotta get close. You see it? That was okay. That was just one. It will shotgun, not particularly well, but you can do it, which is cool. How is the smoothness of the prime? Buttery smooth. Absolutely amazing. This is one of my favorite primes of all time, if not my favorite prime on a pump action blaster. I like this more than the twin shot. Even have a little fret sight you can use to aim. How does the Nerf Hyper Seige 50 work? Simple. Open up the hopper, load up to 50 or how many Nerf Hyper rounds you want to in there. Do not overfill the hopper or you're just gonna completely jam it up. That's happened to me. Once they're fully loaded up, prime it, take aim, fire one shot. Hold down the trigger, it's got slam fire. And as you saw, there was a ton of dry fires there. That is everything the Nerf Hyper Seige 50 has to offer. So, let's go out to the range and see how good this thing does. Alrighty everybody, welcome back to the range. We are out here with the Nerf Hyper Seige 50. So, we're not going to do a certain amount of flat shots or slam fire or how many. I'm not going to do angle shots because this thing is really stupidly powerful. They are 100% going to leave the yard. But yeah, we're just going to fire this thing, have some fun, see how reliable it is, and then, of course, get to our conclusions. Let's go. And of course, we start off with a dry fire. There we go. Some rounds do fall out of there. Oh. Pretty good so far. There's some very solid performance. Now, of course, hold down the trigger, slam fire. Oh, we only have a couple more hand left. Well, that was not too bad. We had a bunch of dry fires there, but that is not nearly as bad as I expected. But you really have to tilt the blaster down to get a reliable feeding sequence. So overall, what do I think of the Nerf Hyper Seige 50? Would I recommend it? Do I think it's a good blaster? This thing dry fires so much that say if you're in a battle and you're rushing somebody, you don't really mind that much. You know, you have the capacity. You're just running and gunning, pump firing. It even has slam fire. Yeah, not too bad. But say if you're just trying to line your shot up, you're like, okay, I'm ready to pull the trigger, and then nothing comes out. That is a huge detriment. Especially if you are a super trigger happy guy like Coop772. He absolutely hated the dry firing, and that is what took him off this entire blaster. The blaster itself is awesome. Just the hyper rounds have so many problems. That really sucks because the hyper blasters, they had so much potential to be really good. High capacity hopper fed blasters, a top prime 40 round pistol, a 50 round pump action shotgun, and a 100 round SMG in one big beautiful launch is awesome. And I don't even think it's the blasters themselves. Personally, I really like the Nerf Hyper line. Hyper is a lot of fun to shoot. The accuracy is not very good though, it's kind of middling, because these blasters don't really have any hop-up tabs. And these would have benefited really well from a hop-up tab. The initial velocity is awesome, but your accuracy really matters, and if you don't really have good accuracy, what's the point? It's kind of practical if you don't mind all those issues. If you really like the Nerf Hyper ecosystem like I do, what I would recommend doing is modifying this. Give this thing a hop-up tab, make this thing better, purchase foam Nerf Hyper rounds. This was definitely not a good review whatsoever, but thank you very much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you want to. You can dislike if you want to. It's perfectly free. I will see you on the next one, and as always, peace out.